Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
Hey everybody. So what I want us to do today is just have a little bit of a check-in, because if you're anything like me and most people, we spend so much time looking forwards, the next thing, and we never spend any time looking back or just assessing where we're at right now in the moment. So if you've been listening to my podcast, I pretty much spoke about this only a couple of episodes ago, but I still think it's vitally important, especially now we're coming into the middle of February, so it's already been around 6 to 7 weeks into 2018. So I want you to have a think right now when it comes to your body, all aspects of it. So your health, your fitness, your nutrition, how you feel. What would you give yourself out of 10 in that area right now? Is it quite ordinary? Is it amazing? Or is it just so-so? But what I want you to have a stop and assess it against is where you're at right at the start of this year. Has it gotten worse? Or has it maybe just improved slightly? And if that's the case, I want you to celebrate that. Next piece, when it comes to your relationship with yourself. Are you still really hard on yourself, or are you celebrating and appreciating who you are? You're not judging yourself all the time. You're proud of where you're at. Where are you at right now relative to the start of the year? Has it improved slightly, or is it still quite ordinary? When it comes to your relationships, relationship with your husband, your wife, your kids, are you spending maybe more quality time with them? Are you sharing how you feel on a regular basis? Or are you still going into your man or woman cave, not sharing, burying your head in work, and just pretending everything's going to be around forever and the kids aren't going to grow up, and you'll just get to that next week. And finally, when it comes to your work, your personal development, that sort of business, are you doing anything to actively grow and develop? Do you have courses booked, or are you reading something at the moment? Is it some podcasts or books that you're listening to? Or you got a new job at work that you're working on and you're learning stuff there? Or do you feel like you're just sort of like going through the motions and you're just sort of in a bit of a rut? But all these sort of rankings that you give yourself, I want you to take note of whatever you've written down there or thought about, and I want you to link that back relative to the start of this year. Because we are 6-7 weeks in to 2018, and if you did have a target or goal to improve one of these areas, if it's not up a point or so, well, you need to be assessing that, and you don't need to overwhelm yourself. Yeah, if your relationship, maybe it's not that good at the moment, it's as simple as spending some time on the weekend with them. Maybe it's as simple as purchasing a book that interests you. Or maybe it's about ordering meal prep for next week. It's just about doing something, yeah? All these little small things end up adding up, and they end up making big, significant change. But it can be so overwhelming when we look at things and we give ourselves a bad number or something like that, and we feel like we've got so much work to do. When realistically, all that matters is today. Tomorrow doesn't matter. Next week doesn't exist, and we can't change last week, but we can make an impact on today. So I want you to have a think. That area that you sort of just gave yourself the lowest number for, what's one thing you can do today to give that a bit of a kick, to make an impact for yourself and for the people around you? Hope you have a great day, and 2018's been good to you, and I'll speak to you shortly. And if you haven't already, make sure you head over to stopstopping.com.au to get my book. We've sold now over 2,500 copies, which is absolutely amazing. So if you haven't got one yet, grab a copy for yourself, and it can help you just do a little bit of work on yourself and figure out with some deep questions, maybe some other stuff that you haven't considered yet. Take care and have a great week.